Now, another thing that we could do with this is that thing I called mapping. We could write a pictorial representation or draw a picture of it. And I've kind of already done that by making those columns. Mapping is just going to give us a pictorial representation. And what we're going to do, we'll start with that same set that we had before, F. We're going to put all of our x's over here in some kind of box or blob. And they're 1, -2, and 3. And we're going to put all of our y's, our y coordinates, in another little set over here. They were 2, 5, and -1. What we have here is we're going to have a situation where we put in x and we get out y. And this shows us I put in an x and we draw an arrow to say I get out a 2. We are mapping the 1 and the 2. If I put in a -2, I get out a 5. And if I put in a 3, I get out a -1. If I have one line connecting the x and the y, and only one line, I'm safe. I'm always safe if I just have a one-to-one kind of deal here. This is a function. Each x gets exactly one y. Let's look at a little different map and see how that relation h looked. Remember, h was not a function. For h, we had for our x's a -4 and a -2, and the way they mapped out was that the -4 gave us a 1. That's good. The -2 also gave us a 1, but the -2 gave us a 0 as well. Whenever you have a map where you have two lines coming off of an x, you do not have a function. We had two lines coming out of the x value, -2, and so it's not a function. Now, I'm going to show you a third map, and it is going to be of a function, but it's going to be a little more complicated. Let's take a look at the case where in our x's we have a -2, a 0, a -1, a 1, and a 2. And I just didn't write them down in any particular order. And let's say that over here the matching y coordinates are just a 1, a 0, and a 2. It's obvious there's going to be some kind of doubling up going on. Well, the -2 is going to give us a 1. We put a -2 in. And the 0 is also giving us a 1 in this example that I'm drawing out here. The -1 gives us a 0. And the 1 gives us a 2. Also, the 2 gives us a 2. It's okay to have two lines coming into the same y. The key is that each x has one line coming out of it. This is a function. Each x has exactly one y. A y can have two different x's, but an x can only go to one y. By way of a recap, a relation is simply a set of ordered pairs. And a function is just a special kind of relation where each x goes to only one y. I'll put has only one y. One y coordinate or one y value. And that's the end of this segment.